Hi, I'm Sally,
And I'm Sema, and we are
the
the
Buffy
Buffy
Babes.
Babes.
We're going to be talking all things Buffy, rewatch, reboot, and fun facts.
So let's go. Welcome to the Hellmouth. That was the first episode. Sally, tell me your thoughts.
Do you know what? I watched this for the first time last night in a long, long time. And
Mhm.
literally, my first thought was, wow, this is so very 90s. Like everything about it is just screaming 90s at you. The hair, the makeup, the lingo, half the things they
Yeah.
say. Like, I don't even know what they're talking about anymore.
Yeah, definitely the hair. The hair is very big, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's got that distinct, yeah, really 90s vibe.
Yeah, I love
How
how cheesy
cheesy.
it is. It's very cheesy, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially with the like all the special effects they do as well. I think throughout the whole of Buffy as well, they don't have, high quality special effects. I think they're always on the cheesy side of things, but especially in the first episode, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what makes it so unique as well, because even though I think CGI was just becoming a thing, I can't really remember. But it wasn't even that done, really, was it? It was more about costume and paint and,
Mm.
prosthetics and stuff,
Prosthetics, yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, and that I think that's what makes the show so good is that they did so well at that kind of stuff.
Mm.
My favorite is the opening scene. I love, 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 love that it's the girl. That's the
Yes.
that's
That's the
the
monster.
bad one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Oh,
that's the
it's
whole
so
thing.
good.
Like the whole point of the show was Joss Whedon wanting to kind of like flip that whole genre on its head and like subvert expectations. And I think that's what you get from the very first scene is it builds up to be, oh, this girl's gonna get attacked by, the guy she's with or some other creature in the school or something, and then bam, she's a vampire. And then the whole show is about, instead of the girls getting attacked by this horrific monster, it's the girl who's getting all the monsters. And
Yes,
yeah, the
definitely.
fact that you kind of get that being flipped on its head from the first scene, I think is just so cool.
Yeah, I love that too. It's just so good. It really just like flip, yeah, as you said, it flips it all on its head and like it's just a different way of having some sort of horror TV show kind of thing. And
Mm.
I just loved it. I really loved watching it as well for the first time in ages. I actually used to watch Buffy every year, I think after it ended, like go through the full
Mm.
thing
The
every
whole
single
the whole
year.
series every year. Wow.
Yeah, the whole series. Like I was a bit obsessed. So
Did you
still
watch
am.
every episode or did you skip some?
Yes. No, never skip. Even if I didn't like it,
Wow.
I'd still watch it.
Because do you know what? For me, I like to watch them like in seasons, so I'll watch the whole of a season. But I do
Mhm.
skip episodes, and I always skip the first two episodes.
Oh,
So
really?
I
Of the
I
season?
always skip. Yeah, no, no, not of every season, but of season one, I always skip Welcome to the Hellmouth and The Harvest.
Really?
Mm.
That's funny. Why is that?
I don't know. I think because it's too much of a pilot. It's all just
I
introductory,
get what you mean. It's very introductory,
which
yeah.
is what you need.
Um,
They do such a good job of introducing a lot of characters in one episode,
mm,
and you get a really good overview of who these people are. Like, when
mhm.
you meet Willow, she's the school nerd, and Xander is the goofball, and Cordelia is the cool girl. And it's really good at setting that up and showing each character and who they are and how they interact. But that's just not something I want to rewatch.
Because you already know them, you're already invested, you already love them.
Yeah,
Just get on with it.
yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's very interesting. Yeah, I'm more of like, I like to watch everything, but I like that perspective as well. It's very interesting. I wonder if anybody else skips specific episodes because of things like
Mm.
that. I love Willow's wardrobe in this one. I feel like they did
Mm.
a really good job on her word, like not being, I guess, caricature nerdy, if you get
Yeah,
what I mean, with like glasses and stuff.
yeah.
They've given her just a normal outfit that obviously her mum would have picked for her, and
Yeah,
I so get that because I feel like I wore the same thing.
I think yeah, I get what you mean about not making her a
Okay.
caricature. I like that they've done that for Willow. That
Yeah,
she
I feel
isn't
like
one dimensional.
exactly. I feel like it's really representative of girls of that age.
Mm,
You're not quite like dressing for, I guess, attention yet. You're still
mm,
sort of wearing what your mum puts out for you, but you like boys, but you're not quite there. You don't know how to get attention, but you want attention. And it's
yeah.
definitely that thing of like you're a child becoming an, I guess, a young woman.
Mm,
Um, and I think she's so good at representing that for a lot of people
mm,
who did take a long time to get out of their shell and to start talking to the other sex.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
And it's
yeah,
nice to see
definitely.
that represented on screen without being made fun of, I think.
Yes, definitely, because it can be, yeah, the other side of like, oh, you've never kissed a boy or whatever that, but they don't do that to Willow, which I really like.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, oh my gosh, I love all the outfits. I love the outfits so much. Like watching it again, I'm just like, I love what Cordelia's wearing. I love
Yeah,
what Buffy's wearing. The short
yeah,
skirts and the boots. Like,
yeah.
that's what they keep consistent throughout, I think, as well. Her always wearing the boots. And I call them the Buffy boots. So I'm always like on the lookout for Buffy boots. Like, I don't even know what kind of boots they are. I just call them Buffy boots. You know what I mean? Because she's always wearing these boots throughout all 7 seasons. She wears these kinds of boots, doesn't she?
Yeah. Although she does, I'm sure she definitely wears heels
Mm.
sometimes. Isn't there like a conversation with Giles at one point, and he makes a dig at the footwear that she's wearing or something? And oh no, it's the halter top. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but there was something
In
like cat strapped to her feet
yeah,
because
yeah,
she was
yeah,
wearing it was like platform shoes. That was the time platform shoes were in. They were like these
yeah,
platform sandals.
yeah.
I remember because I really liked them. I want them. Yeah. But no, the costume they did so well in the costumes, and I just love the sort of build up and that scene when she's like been invited to the bronze and she's like trying
Mm,
to pick what outfit.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
reading in that scene that apparently it was quite controversial where she holds like a little black leather dress up to herself and she describes herself as a slut. And I think her
Mm,
saying the word slut was a big deal for that
mm,
episode in that time slot, which I thought was quite funny
mm.
because it's not something that we blink at now, is it?
Yeah, definitely. No, I think that's good because that's probably what people would say to you, I guess, if you're a
Yeah,
young girl wearing that kind of thing, whether she like thinks that or not.
yeah.
Um, it's definitely yeah, it definitely does that. It's so weird. And yeah. Oh yeah, I had a thought actually, because Buffy and Xander's first interaction,
Mm,
she's just a bit like, can you stop talking to me now?
mm,
Isn't she?
yeah.
She so looks like that. I had a thought, if Xander was never friends with Willow, Buffy would have never tried to be friends with him.
Oh,
Because she tries to be friends with Willow because she felt sorry for Willow and
yeah.
Cordelia picking on her and
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
actually get along.
Yeah,
But Xander just appears. He's just there. He's
yeah.
part of it because he's best friends with Willow.
With Willow,
So I
yeah.
really do think that they never would have been friends because he's a bit creepy and desperate. You
Do you
know?
know what? I think that is so true. He, yeah, he gives off a bit of a nick, doesn't he? When he's like
Mm,
sleazing onto her a little bit. And you can tell, yeah, Buffy just doesn't want anything to do with that. But once she
mm,
is, friendly with Willow, and I think also the fact that he's friends with Willow says a lot for his character to Buffy, then they
mm,
all kind of become friends. But yeah, yeah, yeah,
mm.
yeah. I like that thought.
Yeah, because he definitely gives like bad first impression vibe, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was my little theory going.
Buffy without Xander. What would that series look like?
Yeah. I don't know, because I do grow to like Xander later on, but we'll get to that.
Mm,
I also had another thought because okay, so this season, this episode takes place after she's moved schools. So
Yeah.
the movie, it's basically a follow-on from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie.
Yeah.
If no one's ever seen that, please go and watch it because it's brilliant. It's very cheesy, quite terrible, but in a really good way. Have you seen it?
I have only once though. I got it on
Yes, me
DVD
too.
and watched it after I'd seen the whole series of Buffy.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'd watched all the seasons before I went back and watched the movie,
Mhm.
and I haven't felt the need to rewatch it.
Yeah, I do. Kind of feel the need now, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
because it's been like 20 years. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm just interested to see like the sort of follow on. But yeah, so the series is the follow on from the movie, isn't it? And I was thinking because she lost her first watcher. Giles wasn't her first watcher. It was
yeah.
somebody else,
Merrick, I think his name was.
was it? Yeah. So
Uh,
then I thought, why didn't the council like call her up and be like, we're giving you a new watcher, or
yeah,
at least warn her or something? Like I
yeah.
find terrible communicators, aren't they?
I think that's really weird in the first episode is that she kind of acts like she doesn't know what a slayer is or what's expected of a slayer or any of that. Like she thinks she can just move town and ignore the vampires and go about her life, but she knows that's not an option. And I think it's
Mm,
weird that yeah, her previous watcher is never mentioned again. And I get that they kind of want to
yeah.
distance themselves from the film, but at the same time,
Mm,
they're building the Buffyverse, and I
mm.
feel like there should be some more continuity there. It does bug me in
Yeah,
the
because
first episode.
I do think the reason why she was so strongly against being a Slayer anymore is because her first watcher was killed, wasn't he?
Mm,
He was killed by a vampire. And she just basically felt like, as soon as I killed that vampire, basically, I'm done because it's too much, basically.
mm,
And that wasn't really made clear why she was quitting. And I do think it's because she lost her first watcher,
mm.
who helped her, who trained her, who did the calling of the Slayer or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been very traumatic for her to go through to have lost that person that, you just started trusting, who's telling you all this new stuff, and then they've gone.
Mm,
Um, so I can see why, if you knew that information, I can see why she's so against it in the first episode,
mm,
and she just wants nothing to do with it because it's already tied to so much loss and trauma.
mm.
Um, but they don't really make that clear. They just make it sound like she's just being a brat, I
Yeah.
guess.
And I mean, that does
Yeah,
work as well for the
yeah,
first episode.
yeah,
You don't have to have seen the movie to pick up on what's going on or anything like that.
yeah, yeah.
And,
No, it works
that's
both
pretty good.
ways. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I just wanted to say that I loved Cordelia's lines. She has the best lines in this episode, doesn't she?
My
This
favorite line
episode,
is a Cordelia line.
go say it.
So it's at the Bronze after Buffy holds the stake up to her and she goes something like, "Excuse me, I have to call everyone I've ever met right now." And I just love that line. I love the delivery. Ugh, I love Cordelia.
Yeah, even that line before where she goes, "What is your childhood trauma?"
Oh yeah.
I love that so much. It's such a good line. Yeah. It's like she has the best lines in this episode. Even like when like she goes to talk to Buffy and they're in the school still, and then Jessie comes up to her and she's like, "Oh, please." It's like just
Yeah.
don't talk to me. Um, it's just hilarious. Oh my gosh, and Darla. I love Darla. What do you think of
Mm,
Darla?
I'm
You
not a
don't.
Darla fan, no.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Tell me, tell me.
Um, I think because this is all from my very first watching of Buffy season one, is that Darla was the enemy and I just wanted her gone. I didn't want her hanging around. I just wanted her taken care of and never to see her again. And so now when I see her again, I'm just like, oh, Darla. And the fact that, you know, that she keeps popping up when you go into Angel's backstory and oh no, I don't know. I don't know why it is, but I just wanted her gone and I didn't ever want to see her
Oh,
again. Mm.
Wow, strong feeling. Poor Darla.
Yeah, I know.
But don't worry, she does go away. Even though she comes back, she goes away again.
And then she comes back again.
Yeah.
She pops up in Angel as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think she actually has a better story in Angel. She has more dimension in Angel, I'd
Yeah,
say.
I think that's true for a few of the characters, actually.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I feel like in Buffy specifically, there wasn't enough time to, I guess, pad out every character
yeah,
to give them all a proper, unless they were like being one of the main, 4 or 5 characters, it was very
yeah.
hard to like pad them out too much. And Darla's definitely one of those ones that didn't get the attention she needed, which she did get in Angel. So you do find out more about her. That's probably why I like her actually, is
Mm,
after watching Angel. And then you go back and watch her in Buffy, and you're like, oh yeah, don't
mm.
worry, Darla, everything's gonna be sort of okay, and then it's not, but don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just still stuck in my first
Are
impressions of
you?
my first watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't move beyond it.
I find it also quite funny how she's like what 200 years old and she's like wearing a schoolgirl outfit, or what she thinks
Yeah,
would be, good to get guys with is like a Catholic schoolgirl
yeah.
outfit.
I mean, is she
Yeah.
wrong? Is she wrong?
No.
Something that occurred to me when Buffy immediately picks out the vampire because of their outdated clothes is, if I were a vampire, I would absolutely be stuck in my outdated clothes. I would out myself as a vampire immediately because I'd be like, oh, my skinny jeans and, my low
We're
risers and
already
things like
out
that.
doubting ourselves.
I know, I know. I mean, I'm still alive. I should be with all the fashions and stuff, but I'm stuck 20 years in the past, and to me that looks completely normal. So yeah, I'd make a terrible vampire and a terrible vampire slayer because I'd look at someone dressed from the early 2000s and be like, "Ooh, nice fit," and carry on my way. Not think
Yeah.
about slaying them.
Oh, well, where did you get your shoes?
Yeah, exactly. Make small talk with the vampire.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but I really love this episode. I have more things. So Luke, that vampire Luke.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't like him. Like what
Mm,
you sort of how you feel about Darla. I just feel like I want him to go away.
mm.
Um, but he's that actor as well as also the blue guy. I can't remember what his name is.
The
So
blue
the
guy.
big, yeah, then they can't touch him, otherwise they'll burn. And in season 2,
Oh, the judge.
the judge, yes, he's
Yeah, yeah,
also the
yeah,
judge.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love it when they reuse actors like that and they pop up in other
Yeah,
roles. I don't
yeah.
know.
And he's such a good one because he's got such a deep voice and he's such a big guy. You have
Mm,
to use him more
yeah,
because
yeah.
he's over too quickly, really.
The episode ends on a cliffhanger with him about to kill Buffy, doesn't it?
Mm,
Mm.
yes, it does.
Does
I
she
thought that was
die? Does
actually,
she not?
yeah, I thought that was a really good way to end the first episode of a new TV series
Yeah,
because it sort of adds to the cheesiness and
yeah,
also is a bit like, there's more to come, so you better watch it next week
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
I thought
I
it
thought that was
came
a
it
really good
came around
ending.
quickly as well. It's a 40-minute episode, 40-ish minute episode, and
Mm,
I thought it went by really quickly.
same. Yeah. I think because I also, when I think about watching Buffy in that episode, I always remember like it following through to the harvest, which is the second
Yeah, yeah,
episode. So I don't really think about the whole to be continued bit. So I
yeah,
like went to be continued, I was like, oh wait a minute, that's a new episode.
yeah.
Oh, and
In
it
my
gets us
mind,
there.
they're just one really long episode. Those two.
Yeah, because that's what you thought, isn't it? You thought like,
Yeah, I thought
she
it
talked
was
about
a
both of them.
two-parter. Mm,
But it technically isn't, is it?
no, the harvest, the harvest.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually at my GCSEs I had to write an essay on this first episode of Buffy.
Did you really?
Yeah, my teacher was obsessed with Buffy, so he put it on in class and I got to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the first episode in English class.
Oh, I
And
am
it was like
so jealous.
the best class ever because I hate English anyway. So
Well, how did you
yeah.
first get into Buffy then?
Um, just really like randomly actually. The I never watched this one as the first episode. The first episode I ever watched was called The Pack.
Oh yeah, yep.
When yeah, so when
Mm,
Xander's a hyena,
yep.
well, yeah,
After the
he
trip
gets
to the zoo.
yes, exactly. And that was literally just flicking the channels. Like I specifically remember, it's so weird. I remember my dad's ironing. I'm sitting on the sofa, flicking through the channels, trying to find something to watch, and then suddenly it's on this. They're at the zoo, and I see Buffy and Willow chatting. And they're like walking around, and like Principal Snyder's like giving them a hard time. No, it's not Principal Snyder, it's
Flutie.
Principal Flutie
Yeah,
is like telling them, I don't know, to go and do something. And I was like,
yep.
oh, what's this? And then I was like, okay, let's just carry it, let's just watch it. We have no idea what it is. But luckily it was the beginning of the episode as well. And then after that, I was just hooked. But I was seven, so
It didn't scare you off? Because I mean that's a pretty
no,
intense episode.
it is an intense episode. But I guess because they're literally puppet walls, aren't they?
Yeah,
You just see the puppet head. And I guess because it's people being weird rather than actual monsters, like I feel like there's other episodes if I'd seen first, it would have definitely scared me off.
yep.
Like the nightmares one night is it Nightmare No?
Oh, yeah, I know the
There's
one you mean.
all the ones with the eye suckers and oh, there's so many horrible ones.
Yeah.
If I'd seen first at the age of seven, I definitely would have been scared off. But that I guess that one is actually quite a tame one. It didn't even
True.
have any vampires in it, really, did it?
I mean, I think yeah, I think you're right. It's not a scary episode to watch. The kind of
Mm.
idea behind it is of they're still students eating other
Yeah,
students at the principal
yeah,
is like oh, but
yeah.
what you
I think when
see
you're seven,
isn't
you don't really
scary.
get that.
No, true, true.
Yeah. What about you then? What was your first episode, or like, how did you come across Buffy?
My first episode, the same thing. I was flicking through the TV, except my first episode was Hush.
Oh,
Mm. And
oh, that's deep in as well.
I was, I mean, I was old enough to watch it, but I remember, yeah, sitting in my lounge room all by myself. Everyone else was in bed, and that came on, and I saw the gentleman, and I was just like, ah, no, 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 too scary, too scary, too scary. And I turned it off,
Yeah,
and I didn't look at it again, didn't even think about it again for like another, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And then I
really.
went into JB Hi-Fi one day, which is like an Australian HMV, and
Hmm.
I was just like looking at all the sci-fi DVDs, and I was like, "Oh, Buffy season 1, I'll give that a go." And yeah,
Hmm.
I was just hooked from there, and I had to buy them all.
Yeah, definitely Hush is a scary first one, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very eerie. How old were you then?
Probably I don't know, 15 or something.
Hmm.
So, like I say, old enough that it should have been okay, but I was a total scaredy cat.
I don't know. It's the gentlemen are really creepy.
I think just the thing of being in the lounge room by myself at night and just that feeling of like imagine if you looked out the window and saw one of them staring in at
Oh
you.
my God. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Especially them. Like creepy smiles, like hello.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
I don't okay, I know we're going off like just talk about other episodes, but the episode when Buffy's mom has just had brain surgery
Mm,
and they bring her home
mm.
and there's that thing
Oh,
that
but
comes from the
yeah, yeah,
moon.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God. And he's like on the ceiling and
yeah.
she's in bed.
That is
Okay,
creepy.
that I can't look. It's already seared into my mind that I don't need to
Mm,
ever watch that scene ever again. I listen to it, like, but I can't look at it because I
mm.
can
And you
already
still
see
don't
it.
skip the episode.
No, I can't give it. I can't skip the episode, Sally. That is not possible. But I have to just not look at
Yeah.
it.
No, I get that. That is really creepy.
Yeah. Because, like, the bed is the safe place. That's where
I
you're safe in
know.
bed. No monsters can get you in bed, but apparently that one can, and I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, where it's just on the ceiling staring down at her and Joyce is in the bed. like
Oh my God.
talking to
I can
it.
see it
Oh,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, well, those are our scariest ones then. So, Sally, have you got any fun facts for us,
I do have some fun facts. You know what? I feel like you are definitely going to know all these fun facts.
maybe?
I did not know most of these fun facts. There's one
Okay.
fun fact in here that I knew. So we talk about how Buffy was originally a movie, right?
Hmm.
But there was also a 25-minute pilot that was made before Welcome to the Hellmouth. Did you know this? Mm.
Um, is that with like a different actress
It's got
of
most
Willow?
of the same cast. Yeah, different Willow, but it's got most of
Yeah.
the same cast. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Yes, I have seen it actually.
Mm,
It's really weird seeing everybody act the same, but it's a different actress. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean? It's like, how do people do that? How do you just like say the same lines in exactly the same way, but you're talking to a different
yep.
person?
See, I did not know that there was a different pilot, and it was almost a year before Welcome to the Hellmouth. So it was quite
Really?
a bit of
Yeah.
time. And
Oh.
what do I have in here? Yeah, basically, it's just a condensed version of Welcome to the Hellmouth, and it doesn't
Mm,
have so much stuff about the Master and all that kind of stuff. Um,
mm,
and yeah, it's basically the same cast. Buffy's the same, Xander's the same, Cordelia, Giles, different Willow,
mm-hmm,
who, as far as I know, hasn't been in anything else, just that one
mm-hmm.
pilot episode. Or
Okay, that's interesting.
it also has Harmony in the first episode. She doesn't appear in Welcome to the Hellmouth, I don't
Oh,
think. But
really?
Harmony and Jonathan are both in the 25-minute presentation pilot, which I thought was cool. I
Oh,
love that Harmony's there right from the start because
yeah,
I
because
think
I would have
she's
thought
one of
that she.
my favorite characters as well.
Yeah, I really
Oh,
like her.
and
She's another one that grows into herself a bit
yeah,
more.
yeah. They also reference Dingoes Ate My Baby in the first episode, Oz's band.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Funny.
I love all these kind of like foreshadowing and like characters that we meet later
Mm,
on are there right from the start, even though we don't know it.
yeah, because you don't even meet Harmony for another few episodes in, really, do
Yeah,
you?
I don't think it's a while until we meet her.
Yeah, and even the band, again, you don't meet them for a while.
I can't even
Yeah.
remember the band until season two. I can't remember them being
Mm.
mentioned in season one at all. I might be wrong though, because yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out as we're rewatching, won't we? We'll have to make a note of
Mm.
that.
But yeah, so apparently it was a um, yeah, so filmed in '96, and then Buffy started in '97. Oh, and the other thing is, it was called Berryman High instead of Sunnydale High.
Really? I didn't
How
know
do,
that.
what do you think about that? Berryman High.
Berryman, it's harder to say.
It is. It.
Berryman
I
High.
mean, am I
I
even
wonder
saying it
why.
right? Berryman, Berryman.
Yeah. I wonder why well, why they had that first and then why they changed it to Sunnydale. Was it always called Sunnydale then?
The town. I don't know,
Hmm.
because I watched this pilot episode last night. Because like I said, I didn't even know that they'd made one before that.
Hmm.
But I can't remember if they referenced Sunnydale as a town in it or not.
Right. Just the high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know that. I'm glad they
And
changed it then.
yeah, so am I. Sunnydale just sounds so much better. And I
Yeah.
love all
It
the
runs off the
Sunnydale
tongue better.
merchandise. I
And I
don't want to wear
also
a shirt
like
that
the
says
sort of
Berryman on it.
it's Sunnydale, but it's full of vampires that can't be
Yeah,
in the sun.
can't be in the
I
sun,
feel like,
exactly.
yeah, I feel like that's actually quite ironic.
Yeah. And this fun fact, I know you know, is that
Uh-huh.
Julie Benz, who played Darla, auditioned for Buffy, and Sarah Michelle Gellar, who plays Buffy, auditioned for Cordelia.
I didn't know actually that Drusilla auditioned for Buffy.
No, no, Darla.
Oh, Darla. Oh,
Yeah.
did she?
Mm.
Oh, okay. I can see sort of why, I guess, because she's short and blonde and Buffy's short and
Mm.
blonde. I always thought that, like, oh, Angel has a type. you know?
True, true.
Yes.
Do you know what though? I could totally see Sarah Michelle Gellar as Cordelia. I love
Yeah,
her as
because I
Buffy, but I
feel,
think she would have made a good Cordelia as well.
yeah, I feel like it would be very Cruel Intentions vibe.
Mm, yep. Because she,
Yeah.
I mean, Buffy herself, the way Sarah Michelle Gellar plays her as well, is she's still quite cool. Like she's
Mm.
a bit of an outcast because she carries around stakes and accosts
Hmm.
people in the club's bathrooms and is weird. But
Yeah.
aside from that, she's quite a cool girl, and Sarah Michelle Gellar gets that across. So I think it's Cordelia. Yeah, I think it would have worked.
Mm.
Kind of
Mm.
sassy
Yeah.
and snarky, and yeah.
Yeah. That would be interesting to have seen Darla as a Slayer instead of the
I
vampire. That's
know.
quite funny, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
I would have loved to watch that.
Mm. I remember seeing her in an interview and her saying that she felt like she had the scariest vampire face, like the prosthetic.
Oh yeah,
And she felt like it was just really scary. Like they gave her like the scariest looking one. Like they're all sort of scary, which is
yeah,
why I like them.
yeah.
But definitely hers is a bit more sharper, I'd say.
It is actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if that's, I don't know why they did that. I wonder if that's just saying something about her, I guess,
Or
being
just because she's the first vampire we meet.
maybe. Yeah. They wanted to
But
really make an impact.
yeah, yeah.
Mm. That's the one thing not the one thing, okay, there's many things, but that's one of the things I really love about Buffy is that they make the vampires actually like ugly,
Mm,
but you do like that they're ugly so they don't look ugly. Do you know what I mean?
no.
I don't think that I don't think that they're ugly. Like you can't look at it ugly. It's sort of like ugly in like a really cool way.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do
I
you know
see
what
what
I
you mean.
mean?
Yeah,
But I also like that they're not glamifying it
they're not Twilight
because
vampires, are they?
yeah, or even Vampire Diaries vampires, because in
Mm,
Vampire Diaries they just have like little veins. Twilight,
mm,
they glow in the sun or whatever.
mm.
Like, I don't feel like those are true vampires.
But then they're not so grotesque that you don't want to look at them and don't want to see them or
Mm,
anything.
mm.
I mean, they can't
Yeah,
be.
definitely.
Angel's a vampire. I mean, you can't have him looking really, really horrible, can you?
Well, I think that's why I like that sort of what's it, the difference between his beautiful like angelic face, which he really does have in the first
Mm,
season. He's very young, he's very pretty. So that in contrast with the prosthetic vampire face of his like actual like monster
mm,
side, it really does have like quite a high contrast, which is what I like. It's not just like a bit of
yeah,
veins under his eyes, like he actually is a
yeah,
monster.
yeah.
And I really like that it is always very high contrast. Even Darla, like she's a very beautiful woman, and
Mm,
then she's very scary as a vampire. And I like that constant contrast between, oh, yes, you look very beautiful. Even like Drusilla and Spike, like they're all very beautiful looking people.
yeah,
So I love it when they're actually vampires as well, because they're
yeah.
all so monstrous. And I feel like that was done really well. And makes you just want to watch it more because of that very high contrast. It
Mm,
really gets you, I think. Everyone
mm,
does look very captivating and angelic and like, they can just pull you in and
yeah,
stuff before they
yeah,
eat you.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, if I think if they looked like their vampire selves all the time, it wouldn't really work as well on the show, would it?
No.
Because
They
I
have
mean,
they have
firstly, it would be obvious who a vampire is, because you
mm,
couldn't go into a club and lure someone outside if you looked like that, could you? You couldn't
mm,
have
no.
the kind of Buffy Angel Spike romances or anything.
No.
So they do need to have that contrast.
Mm. But I just like that it's such a high contrast. I think the show
Yeah,
does that really well. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, very interesting facts. I like it. I like it, Sally. So the reason why we started this podcast, isn't it, is because Buffy's coming back.
Buffy's coming back. Woo.
Yes. Yes. If you didn't know
2026
this,
according to IMDb.
is it that soon?
I
That's
mean, I don't know how
exciting.
accurate IMDb is, but that's what they say. And the official
Yeah,
line
okay.
is, what do they say? follows Buffy Summers as she trains a new vampire slayer to fight the forces of evil.
Very exciting. And
Mm.
who's the actress again? Who's the new Vampire Slayer?
Ryan Kiera Armstrong is her name.
Oh, I've been looking at her a lot. She's actually really good.
Have you? What have you found out?
Yeah, so I haven't really found out much. Well, like she's been in Star Wars. There's been a Star Wars series on Disney Plus or something. Disney did just like a Star Wars series of like kids,
Mm-hmm.
and she was part of
Okay.
that, and she was one of the main characters in that. So she's already played
Ah,
like
interesting.
a strong girl role.
Yeah,
Um, and she seemed to have played that really well from
yeah,
what I could tell. Like I haven't seen the series, but I've seen bits of it, and yeah, I really like her in that.
yeah.
So I do feel like she's going to be really good in this. But I really do have this theory because she looks so similar to Sarah Michelle Gellar, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
In some pictures with her blonde hair and Sarah Michelle Gellar's blonde hair, and like when they turn to the side or something, they
Mm-hmm.
do look really similar. So it'd be so good if that was her daughter.
Mm-hmm. I think, do you know, the more I think about this, the more I think she has to be either a daughter or someone very close to Buffy because,
Mm,
you know, in at the end of season 7, we get Slayers awakening all over the world, and
mm,
you know Buffy's training them up and stuff. What makes this one girl so special that we're coming back to
mm,
see a reboot for it? You know, it can't just be another
mm.
random girl. She does have to be someone special, I think. And
Yeah.
I can really see her having that same kind of like quippy, spunky kind of attitude
Mm,
that Buffy has. I think
mm.
she's got that kind of vibe.
Mm, definitely, yeah. So I could see it either all being like Dawn's daughter or something
Mm,
like that. Like you said, someone close, like related or something like that.
mm,
If not her own daughter. But I feel like it's been long enough that, because Buffy's always wanted to live a normal life, hasn't she?
yeah,
She's always wanted to be normal. She didn't really talk about like having kids and stuff, but Dawn sort of gave her that mother role.
yeah,
Um, and I think she would have wanted to actually be a mum and stuff if she wanted a normal life. She
yeah,
wanted to, eventually find someone to be with. That was her conversation with Angel, isn't it? The last episode. She wanted to find someone after she'd found herself.
yeah,
So it makes sense that she would have, in the 25 years from that last episode to the new reboot, because obviously it's been 25 years, Sarah Michelle
yeah,
Gellar is older now.
yeah.
So they've got to have had that time gap anyway. So I feel like in that time she should have at least found someone. Maybe she's lost to them, so that it gives them a chance to have like, a love story as well for her in the new reboot.
Yeah.
But hopefully she's at least found someone and then either had children or not had children or just had some sort of like maybe adopted someone, I don't know, but had
Mm,
some sort of like normal life-ish
yeah.
whilst finding all these slayers and training them because that's what she wanted and that was the whole point, wasn't it? Of like making everybody a slayer and it's not all on her anymore.
Yeah. And I think they do need to have something like that to make her character somewhat relatable to
Mm,
audiences. I mean,
mm,
the Buffy the Vampire Slayer was always supposed to be high school. What was it? The horror was just a metaphor for the horrors of high
mm.
school, you know.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And I think they need to have something to kind of
Mm,
for the audiences to relate to. You know, when you're going through high school, you relate to all those things. But who can relate
mm.
to a woman who's in her, what would she be like, in her 40s,
Yeah.
going around the world slaying vampires? It could be enjoyable
Mm,
to watch, but I think you do need to have something
mm.
to relate to in
I
it.
do I do wonder if the new girl would be again in high school again. So they've got the
Yeah.
high school element that brings in, new viewers and new people to obsess about Buffy.
Mm.
And then Buffy's life of what
Yeah.
she's doing
Yeah.
would be relatable to everyone who started watching Buffy, who is now in their 30s and 40s,
Yeah.
that can relate to her. I wonder if they're going to try and balance it that way, because that would be quite interesting to sort of like give those fans
Mm, yep.
something that have been watching it since they were in high school to now,
Yeah.
because we've all grown up with it, haven't we? So
Yeah. And
I feel
I
like
don't think
that
I'd be that interested in something which was almost
another
entirely
high
set in
school.
a high school. Yeah. I'm beyond that.
Yeah,
I'm not interested in watching that anymore. I think
yeah.
I mean, completely different show, but I think that's something that Gilmore Girls does really well. Is they've
Mm,
got Lorelai and Rory, who are 16 years apart, one mum, one
hmm.
daughter, and you've got something for the younger audience to watch in Rory,
Yes,
and then something for older audiences to watch in Lorelai, and you're interested in the
definitely.
different
Yeah.
storylines depending on your age to
Yeah,
different
that's a
degrees. And
really
I
good.
think that would work with Buffy as well if they've got Buffy and then potentially a daughter, and then you kind of
Hmm.
I don't know, catering to a wider audience with that, with having the two kind of
Mm.
storylines working alongside each other.
No, definitely. I think that would work really well. Yeah. Oh, I
Do you
like
think
it.
they'll
I
still
like
be in
it.
Sunnydale, or do you think it'll be a whole new
Well,
world?
Sunnydale exploded, so unless they rebuild it, it's literally a crater in the ground. I always wondered if they were going to go because there was that other Hellmouth in Cleveland, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That Giles
yeah,
keeps talking about. So
yeah.
I wondered if they were going to go to Cleveland because that might be the obvious next choice.
Yeah.
Um, but who's to say? Unless they rebuilt Sunnydale, or I don't know, they just decided that the last episode didn't happen for some reason, which they can't, then I don't know
Mm.
how they would come back from that
I
because it was
mean,
literally a
build a
crater.
new Sunnydale right next to it.
Yeah. But then Spike won't be there to knock down the sign.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I really hope Spike makes some kind of appearance in the reboot.
They'd have to do a lot of AI generation on him, wouldn't they?
It's possible. It's possible.
It is definitely possible because they have done that in other movies as well. But yeah, it would be very cool to have a little guest spot for him coming in
Are
and
there
saying something or doing something.
any characters you really want to see return, or any you don't want to see come back?
Well, I don't think they should revive anybody from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people were talking about, oh, they'd love to have Tara back and stuff, but I
Nah.
don't think people that have died shouldn't come back. Like they're gone. Everyone needs
Yeah.
to move on and build new relationships and add new characters in.
Uh
Obviously
oh,
Willow
someone
has
needs
to
to
come
tell
back
that to
in.
season six, Buffy.
That's
Sorry, Buffy, you need to stay dead.
different, I guess. Well, technically she should have because she was done
Mm,
okay.
yeah.
But it was good she did come back because we love her. But yeah, Willow needs to come back.
Yeah.
I I doubt Xander's coming back. I saw
Yeah.
some fan comments
Xander
saying that
won't
they
be
should use
coming.
his twin, that they should use
Oh,
his twin
yeah.
because he's
That's
got
an
a twin.
interesting concept.
But
No, Xander won't be coming
I
back.
don't.
I,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't.
100%.
But that is a character hole that they do need to fill because the dynamic that those three had was really good. So they need
Yeah.
to kind of fill that somehow.
Yeah.
Giles definitely needs to come back
Yep.
because he is not too old. He still looks fantastic,
Hell
and
yeah, he does.
he can easily do stuff. Just put
Hmm.
Giles in there. What about you?
I mean, definitely, I want to see Spike in some
Hmm.
shape or form.
Hmm.
Definitely don't want to see Xander come back.
Hmm.
I'm 100% with you. Anyone who died should stay dead. As
Hmm.
much as I love Anya, I think
Yeah, I love Anya. I can't believe they killed her off. I feel
I
like that was a
know,
terrible
I
decision.
know.
Because I actually kind of hate Andrew. They should have killed him.
Oh yeah, get rid of Andrew. Damn.
Yeah, he's so annoying. I love Anya.
I think Anya and Cordelia are two of the most underrated characters in
Mm,
the show. Oh, actually, yeah, Cordelia. I'd like to see Cordelia.
mm. Can she come back though? She can't though if she's dead.
Well, I know, but maybe in a flashback or something,
Mm,
or
that could be cool.
not necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily as a recurring character, but just something.
Mm.
Um, what are we thinking about Dawn?
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do about that. I feel like they'd either have to say that Dawn is gone
Mm,
and she, died however so many years ago, and Buffy's mourning, but the worst is over kind of thing. So it's not necessarily true part of the show, I guess. Like it's sort of mentioned and like they miss her kind of
mm,
thing. Or it's something that like happens in the show and she's gone. I don't know, like they can't bring her back obviously, and they can't say like, oh yeah, she's just on holiday or whatever,
yeah, yeah,
because you just can't keep giving those kinds of excuses because Dawn and Buffy were inseparable and like it's literally her daughter slash clone or whatever you
yeah,
however you think of how Dawn is made.
yeah.
Um, she wouldn't not be in the show.
No.
So I I think they'd have to say it somehow that she's gone, and it's really sad.
Mm,
Yeah. What do
yeah,
you
I
think?
agree. I think that she has to. Yeah, I think she has to have died in the show as well.
Mm.
Basically, I
I think
think.
that would be the respectful thing to do because you couldn't
So do
recast her.
I. No, and it feels. I don't know why, but it does feel disrespectful to say, "Oh, she's just on holiday," or "Oh, she's
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico working as
Yeah, or
this
she
or
lives
something."
somewhere else with her kids and stuff, which would
Yeah,
be nice, but also I feel like that's disrespectful.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a hard one, isn't it?
It'll be
Very
interesting to see
sad.
what they do.
But gosh, next year, that's very exciting.
I know. I
I
mean,
can't
yeah,
wait.
I don't know how accurate IMDb is, but that's what they
Yeah.
say.
Well, it'll be one of these years if they're already casting people, won't it? It's getting
I
closer.
know. And
It's not just
I
like a
guess
whisper anymore.
we must just hear more and more casting news as it goes on as well.
Mm.
Surely they'll tell us when they cast new characters. Not necessarily
hmm
who they are, but if they're being cast.
Yeah, definitely. I think there was a rumor that Willow is coming back because her and Samuel Shadella were like doing a video together, weren't they?
Yeah, I feel like a few weeks ago maybe they were doing loads of social media stuff together and
Mm.
kind of hashtagging Buffy and or
Yeah.
Willow and
So
the
either they're just
show and stuff
teasing
like that.
everyone or she is coming back.
Yeah, I think she has to be coming back.
Yeah. And Sarah Shadella mentioned that some a cast kids auditioned as well, which I thought was really interesting.
Did she?
Yeah, on the thing with Willow, she was like, "Oh, someone's kids auditioned," and like Alison Hannigan was like,
Oh,
"Oh, I
and then
hope it
she was
wasn't
like, I
my
hope it
kid."
wasn't my kid. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wasn't there speculation that it was David Boreanaz's kid?
Oh, yes, probably.
Because I
I
think
don't know.
he's been doing acting stuff.
Oh, cool. Well, I guess that's it, Sally. That was
Oh,
a fun first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please comment and follow and like our podcast, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
bye.